Today, we are not talking about your 9 to 5s and what you do for a living. Instead, we are talking about your 5 to 9s, those precious 4 hours after you get home from work, and how you can make the most out of those hours. And I get it. You just wrapped up a long day at work. You just want to sit down on the couch. You want to scroll through social media, or you want to binge watch Netflix. Hey, we've all been there, and I know exactly how you feel. But here's the problem. Those evenings weren't actually restful. I was existing, but not really living, at least not intentionally. And the worst part is, I was not really using those hours of my life to maximize my full potential. So I made a change, several actually. I'm going to share with you the 5 things that I did to make the most out of my evenings after work, because you, my friend, deserve better. You deserve evenings that make you feel productive, recharged, and connected to the people and things that matter the most in your life. And those evenings that help you commit to your goals so you can build your dream life. And if you stick around till the end, I do have a bonus step for you that helps maximize your time so that you can work and invest on yourself. Hey everyone, I'm Tons. Welcome to my channel. For those of you who are new, I make videos on motivation, self-improvement, productivity, and lifestyle. Step number 1. Education. So the first thing I want to talk about is how you can make the most of your commute back home. Normally I work from home, but I do go in about 2 to 3 times a week, and usually on those days I spend anywhere between 1 to 2 hours commuting each way. Even on the days that I work from home, I spend numerous hours either carpooling or driving my kids to and from their sports and various activities. I'm literally like an Uber driver, spending loads of time in my car every single day. So I decided to do the math on that, and according to recent data, Americans spend an average of 52.8 minutes round trip during our commute. That's about 220 hours per year, which is about 4% of the time that we are awake on any given year. That time is golden, and you can do so much to make the most out of that time. I used to spend my commutes on what I call mindless consumption mode, either listening to the radio or listening to music or just scrolling through social media. But then I asked myself, what if I replaced that time with things that actually helped me grow? So instead, I decided to spend the time that I spend in my car commuting or in carpool on things that would help educate me and would help me achieve my dreams. I started listening to inspiring podcasts, audiobooks, TED Talks. I watched a ton of YouTube videos on topics that interest me, that I wanted to learn about, such as how to start a YouTube channel, how to grow on YouTube, how to be successful, and how to start a side hustle. I even listened to podcasts on kids and parenting and productivity, because these are all things that I care about, that I wanted to learn about. Research from the National Institute of Mental Health shows that continuous learning actually strengthens our neural pathways and helps improve memory. So find a topic that you want to learn about, that interests you, that aligns with your goals and your vision, and use your daily commute back home wisely so that you can learn, you can grow, and you can work on yourself. Step 2 is the 5-minute reset. As soon as you get home, after having educated yourself, after listening to all those podcasts, you do need some downtime and you need to rest. Let's say you're working from home, you still need to turn off your laptop and get some downtime. Now this step is an important part of your 5 to 9s because you've just had a long day at work and you simply cannot run on empty. And although I am an advocate for productivity and how to make the most of our evenings, I am not an advocate for toxic productivity. Toxic productivity is the obsessive need to be productive every single minute of every day. It's the false belief that rest means laziness and that one's worth is tied to relentless hustle. We all need rest. We all need downtime, because otherwise what you get is complete burnout. Because what you don't realize is we aren't just working. We're doing a million other things. We're taking care of our kids. We're cooking meals. We're doing the laundry. We're exercising. We're working on our side hustles. And if you want to be productive when you come home from work, you need to get some downtime, because otherwise what you will get is a recipe for sheer disaster. You simply cannot give your best when you're running on empty. So the first thing I do is I build a 5-minute reset routine. I call this the 5-minute reset routine because it can be as short as 5 minutes, and it can be anything that you want it to be. It can be 5 minutes to take a nap, or 5 minutes to change into your favorite PJs and just close your eyes. It can be 5 minutes to wash your face and indulge in your favorite skincare, or it can be 5 minutes to just meditate and journal. Whatever helps you decompress so you can take a break before you jump into the next step. For me, I really look forward to this time so I can enjoy a hot cup of tea with my favorite book, or I can do some journaling. Research shows that taking a short break can actually help lower our cortisol levels, that's the stress hormone, and it can help reset our nervous system. Yes, it's a small shift, a micro habit, but it can help make such a huge difference. I have a video I made on micro habits and how it can change your entire life. I'm going to link it for you here, so please go watch it. And here's the crazy part. By giving yourself permission to slow down, you will find that you have so much more energy to get you through the rest of the night. And if you have kids or dogs or others that you need to take care of, you really need to give yourself this boost of energy. In fact, your mental well-being depends on this step. Step 3, learn new skills and tools. So after I've taken some time to do my reset routine, I like to carve out some time so I can learn new skills. This is usually the time when my kids are at their various sports and activities, or they're doing their homework, and my toddler is playing independently. I like to take advantage of this time to invest in myself because you cannot grow without learning. For me, as a YouTuber, there's so much that I need to learn, from how to film a video, to what kind of equipment I need to use, to how I should edit my videos, to what tools I need to be using for editing. The amount of information that I need to absorb is enormous. And so if I can just set aside 30 minutes every day to work on it, then I can really move the needle for myself as a beginning YouTuber. Sometimes I'm trying out different tools and learning how to edit my videos, and at other times I'm learning all about metrics and how to analyze the metrics from my channel. And let me tell you, those 30 minutes go by so fast. A month later, I'm gaining skills that I never thought I would have. For you, it might mean working on a side hustle or working on a passion project. And if you're feeling overwhelmed, here's the trick. Start small. Learning even one new thing compounds into massive growth over time. Step number 4, time to connect. What that means for us is cooking dinner together where we decide what we're going to eat that day, and then sitting down together to share a meal and discuss our days. What we liked about our day, what we didn't like about our day, what we would change about our day, and anything that we are looking forward to and excited about. It's so easy to come home and to get lost in our phones, or to turn on the TV and start binge watching our favorite TV shows, or to let exhaustion pull us into our own little worlds so that we can retreat, instead of using this time to really connect with the people who matter the most to us. And I realized something. I could be there in the same room with my family and not be truly present. Or I could be there for my family and start building those deep connections. During this time, I also like to think of fun questions I can ask my kids so that instead of the typical one-word response, I can actually get them to open up and to talk to me. Some of my favorite questions are, what was the best part of your day? Or if you had one superpower, what would it be? Or what's the funniest thing that happened to you today? Or if we could go on vacation, where would you choose to go? If you don't have kids, you can also use this time to connect with your spouse, your significant other, or your loved ones. We also do screen-free dinners, which is non-negotiable. And sometimes it's deep conversations, and sometimes it's just us being silly and laughing with my toddler. Research from Harvard shows that building deep connections reduces stress and improves overall health. With all of the mental health issues being faced today, especially with the younger generation, it is so important to be able to talk to them so that they can feel heard, valued, cherished, and connected. So try the step. It will make a huge difference and help you build those strong, deep connections. Step number 5, plan the next day. Last but definitely not least, I like to plan ahead so that I can make the most of my mornings the next day. I used to wake up in chaos, rushing to find clothes, scrambling to pack lunches, figuring out what meetings I had that day, and feeling overwhelmed before the day even started. So now I have a planner where I like to write down the top 3 priorities for the next day. These are just the top 3 things that I need to get accomplished. I also like to take this time to plan out the little things like laying out my clothes for the next day, or packing my kids' snacks, or taking a look at my appointments and meetings for the next day so that I can plan around them. Let me tell you, when I started doing this, my mornings went from feeling completely chaotic to feeling smooth and stress-free. Psychologists say that our brains love closure. When we plan ahead, our subconscious mind works on those tasks overnight when we sleep so that when we wake up, we are more prepared for the day and we are more focused. So if you want to start your day feeling calm and in control, this step is a must-do. If you're feeling stuck in a cycle of exhaustion, like you're not sure where your life is headed, I want you to know something. You are not alone. And better yet, you have the power to change it. Thank you for sticking till the end. Because you stuck around, I'm going to tell you about my bonus step that is my backup for these 5 steps that I just mentioned. So here's step 6, morning routine as a backup. So what happens if you didn't get to all these steps during your 5 to 9s? What happens if you simply did not have the time to educate yourself or to learn a new skill? What happens if you were simply too exhausted and you just wanted to get to bed? Well, as a full-time working mom with 3 young kids and a side hustle, I'm here to tell you that that's okay too. It's okay to give yourself grace and try again the next day. And that's where my favorite step number 6, comes in. Many of us overlook the first hour when we wake up, when the world is still quiet, when the kids are asleep, when we don't have the constant ding of emails, and our day hasn't really started yet. These first few hours in the morning are crucial because they give us a window of opportunity to work on anything that we didn't get to the night before. We can also use this time to get a head start to the day and to work on ourselves so that we can achieve our goals and our dreams. So these morning hours can absolutely be used to build on your 5 to 9 routine because your mind is still fresh and your day hasn't started yet. Science says that morning productivity skyrockets because your willpower is the strongest after you sleep. I prefer to write my scripts in the morning because I dream up ideas when I'm sleeping that I'm just eager to put down on paper when I wake up. So if your evenings get derailed, use your mornings. Try to wake up 30 to 60 minutes earlier and then use that time to learn, to educate yourself, to build a new skill, or to journal. You'll want to watch a video that I made about how to kickstart your mornings and the 6 steps that I use, so I'm going to link it for you here. If this video helped you, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments below which step are you going to try first and what do your 5 to 9s look like. Until next time, take care of yourself and make the most of your evenings.